Aloha YouTube fam, welcome to the Iconic Show. It's your host Inaam, and today I got a really cool Aloha YouTube fam, welcome to the Iconic Show. It's your host Inaam, and today I got a really cool topic to discuss with you guys. Basically, a few months ago I packed my bags and I bought a one-way ticket to Hawaii where I chilled with sea turtles, saw dolphins, and basically chilled at the beach all day. When I came back to Connecticut about a month later, I noticed that a lot of people were asking me, why did I go there? And of course, how much did it cost? And I figured, that would be a really good idea to make a video on. And in this video, I can talk about tips and tricks that I learned over there, along with being as transparent as I can be in regards to how much it cost. This was definitely a video that I wish I had before I went to Hawaii, and I hope it helps someone out there too. And if you think videos like this are helpful and you like watching videos like this, then please like and subscribe to my channel. We actually just hit over 200 subscribers in a week. Guys, I really appreciate the support. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. I want to start off by explaining why I chose to go to Hawaii at this specific time in history. So, as we all know, we're living in the middle of an unprecedented time. A pandemic is taking place, which I can't really mention on YouTube right now, but we all know what's going on. And I actually believe that this pandemic has created the perfect scenario to travel. I know many people are going to disagree, and I know it's going to be controversial, but there are some reasons that have made this an ideal time to travel. For example, tickets are extremely cheap. Whether you're flying, you're staying at a hotel, or even renting a car, everything is extremely cheap right now because the demand is extremely low. And this is basic economics. When there's little to no demand, prices go down. So that's one reason. Second reason why I think it's a great time to travel right now is because a majority of people right now are working from home, which has increased us in flexibility. I was actually able to work from home while I was in Hawaii. Even though I was working crazy hours, I was actually working 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single day. It did give me that extra flexibility that allowed me to work from a totally different location. This is something that I could not have done in the past. And reason number 3 why I think the current pandemic has created the best time to travel is because a lot of the tourist destinations are basically empty, or they have very little traffic. A big example is Lanikai Beach. Lanikai Beach is known as one of the best and cleanest beaches in the world. And I've been here in the past before, like 2016. And right now when I went, this beach, I basically had it all to myself for like a solid 2 hours. Now I know a lot of people aren't gonna agree with my reasons for going to Hawaii for a month, but I don't advocate traveling during this time. And I do want to point out that I was social distancing and I was wearing a mask, I was using hand sanitizer, and I did get tested frequently. And this situation for me personally was a great time to travel just because of the convenience of working from home and the extremely cheap travel prices. But now moving on, I did want to get into the cost of the trip, of the overall trip in a month. So for this price breakdown, I wanted to break it down into 4 categories and then combine them all to show you my final number. So these 4 categories that I wanted to break them down into are flight, automotive expenses, hotel expenses, and of course, eating expenses. I'm a big foodie, guys, all right? Warning right there. So let's talk about flights first. So one day I was actually scrolling through secretflying.com. By the way, I'm not affiliated to them, nor am I sponsored to them, even though I wish I was. I was scrolling through this website and I saw a crazy deal from Boston to Honolulu, Hawaii for just $272 one way. Now I know this is just a one-way ticket, but this is extremely cheap. I've been to Hawaii before, and I mean tickets on average probably cost around $1,000, if not more than that. So the fact that this ticket was just $272 immediately caught my attention. So I booked it right away without even thinking about it. I booked the ticket. I did have to pay a $35 fee just because I was staying for a month. I needed to bring in an extra checked bag. And my return ticket a month later was actually $311. And again, I had to pay for the $35 check-in bag. So all in all, I paid $659.20 for my round trip from Boston to Honolulu. So for my automotive expenses, I rented a red Mustang convertible off Toro.com, which is basically Airbnb for cars. This car, I actually got a pretty good deal on it. I rented it for 2 weeks because I was actually staying in the middle of downtown and I didn't really need a car. I basically used the car when I was going outside of the city. So for these 2 weeks, I paid a total of $384.36 for the car only. In addition to that, I also had to pay for gas and parking, which ended up costing $136.27. And of course, I had to pay $39.62 for an Uber on my way from the airport to my hotel. So this gave me a grand total of $560.75. So for my accommodation, I chose Airbnb and rented a monthly. Airbnb actually has this option for monthlies, and I ended up paying $1,653.61. Now, I understand that I could have gotten cheaper if I wanted to in Hawaii, but I had a few reasons for choosing the accommodation that I did. First of all, because I'm going to be working from home for this month, I did want a place that had good, reliable internet connection. And also, because I was staying for a month, I did want to stay in a convenient location. And this was actually a very, very good location in the heart of downtown. It was actually one of the more expensive areas. For those that do know Honolulu, I was staying at Ala Moana, which is right by the Waikiki Beach, like literally a 5-10 minute walk for me. And in general, I would say if we weren't living in this pandemic, a place like this would probably cost closer to like $2,500 a month. Finally, we have food. Now this one was a bit of a shocker for me when I looked back. And yeah. So before I say the actual number, I need you guys to understand this. I am a foodie, all right? And I was eating out for the majority of my stay in Hawaii. And also, just a fair warning for everyone, food in Hawaii is extremely expensive. I mean, most things are expensive because it's an island and everything gets imported, but in general, food is extremely expensive there. Now, I know I could have gotten cheaper. I could have gotten better deals. I could have gone grocery shopping like everyone else on the island, but I didn't. I mean, me, because it was just one person, many times I felt like it was more convenient for me to just eat at a restaurant. And also, once again, I'm a foodie. I was trying out all the different restaurants there. So my total cost for food was $1,123.74. Again, I do want to reiterate that this was definitely on the higher end for just one person, and I'm sure I could have done many things to make that number a lot lower. I could have gone grocery shopping, I could have cooked my own meals, I could have gone to Costco, and I could have found, to be honest, cheaper restaurant options. There are some cheaper options that I found out about later on. So all in all, I spent $3,997.30 in my 1 month stay in Hawaii, which overall comes out to around $130 a day, which, to be honest, I'm not that worried about. I'm not too upset about. It's an okay number. Keep in mind that if this pandemic wasn't going on, a hotel alone would probably cost more than that every night. And if you think about like how many times I was eating out, I was living pretty comfortably. I'm not going to deny that. I knew I was staying there for a month, so I did purposely live pretty comfortably. And keeping that in mind, I'm actually pretty happy with the $130 a night number. So if you guys found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to this channel. Drop me a comment below. I love reading the comments from you guys. I do read them all. And give me more ideas. What kind of videos do you guys want to see? Until next time, guys, aim high, don't be shy. Thanks for watching The Iconic Show.